All right, good morning and welcome to 2022. Hope everybody had a happy holiday season. We know that we did. Family had a lot of fun together and visiting and such. So today I want to get back on my driveway project here. I need to take down a couple of trees. They're just too close, overhanging a bit on the driveway. And I sharpened the chainsaw blade. It was really dull when we took down that tree over at the Parents Road. So I hope I did that correctly. First time I've sharpened one, and been using them my whole life. Never sharpened a chain. So anyway, we're gonna head out to the back barn here and fire up the Subaru. I think that'll be a great little vehicle to cruise up and down this driveway, dropping trees. Got to give it a quick inspection to make sure that the mice haven't made a nest on the engine or like the exhaust. Definitely had that problem before with other cars, so we don't want to fire. It's cold again. We had a really, really warm spell for the past week or so, and now it's 20 degrees. So everything's pretty well frozen up, as you can see. So, trees in question, basically anything that's just too close. So that one, for example, will be coming down. And then all of these little guys here, we got some small hardwoods, we have a hemlock, and then we have some more hardwoods, and just up the driveway we go. There is one big hemlock I need to take, which is definitely going to fall into the driveway. So that'll be interesting. I don't even know if I have a clear path to cut it yet, so we got to be very careful with that one. It's definitely going to go into the other trees. A couple more just right in here. I have, like in that turnaround spot over by the snowmobile trailer, that are absolutely in the way. So we'll go ahead and move those. But here's the Subaru. Let's pop the key out. Here's my broom. I was wondering where my broom went. I need to inspect the engine, make sure that there's no mice on top of it. Didn't see any mice in the cab. And I don't see any in here. Nothing obvious, at least. So, you know what I should do? Check the oil while we're here, because I know it leaks. I think it's leaking out of the cam seal. Still got plenty. Definitely needs a change, though. After that mountain trip, full RPM, all that time, it needs a change. Let's see if she'll fire up. Not bad. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a month, I think. right, so I'm thinking we're gonna start at the top. So might as well make our way up there now, and then we'll work our way down the hill, taking trees as we go. Very icy. Nothing a little momentum can't fix. All right, so I'm kind of torn on this big hemlock now, looking closer at my driveway here. You know, we actually have a pretty solid width on both sides of this tree. This ditch is not wetland, so it's going to be filled in and repaired. So I'll have that entire width there to be considered driveway. So I'm actually thinking I can leave it. I was so certain that I was going to remove it. Now you can see where the flags begin. That's where the scientists had to mark it as wetland. It was just too wet all the time. Kind of unfortunate. It's very, very, very small, and obviously it's because the skidder drove up there years and years ago, and since water has been coming down, it's now a wetland. So that's something we have to deal with. We take it in stride, we don't get upset, and we say, you know what, it's fine. We'll just shift the driveway away from the wetland west. So not a big deal. Frankly, we're lucky that it's as small as it is, you know, between these flags. So I guess looking back and looking more closely at this, since the wetland doesn't start until there, you can immediately start swinging around the wetland at that point. It won't be that much of a curve to miss that tree. You know, instead of going woo, it's actually just a very, very slight jaunt. So I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'll take down these little shrubs next to it, these small hardwoods that are growing, and then I need to take down that small hemlock right there and some stuff past it. So let's just start with the small stuff. All right. So I think that's a pretty good result right there. This big tree may need to go, maybe. Because what we need is 12 feet between wetland and the edge of the travel way, which I have right there, but it's just really, really close. So moving down, all these little guys need to go, because unfortunately this was flagged, but luckily it was flagged very tight, so I was thankful to the wetland scientist for that, meaning that literally here is not wetland, so I can start using that as my travel space. And you know, really guys, this is a debate. Should this have been flagged as a wetland? I think every wetland scientist might have a different opinion on that. It's just so small. And you can see sandy bottom with gravel. I mean, this was clearly a road at one point, so it's a little bit of a bummer. So, you know, here, there's just rocks all through it. So, I don't know if I would have called it a wetland if I was a wetland scientist, but regardless, like I said, we're not going to complain about it. We're going to find a way to deal with it. It's no big deal. We'll just go around it. So, on to the next, which is these little guys here. Puny. And then that big one. And basically everything you see right here has to go bye-bye. Except for the really big ones. Uh-oh. Airbox that'll be the airbox cover. I'm sure we can solve that. Why did that come off? I guess it's just a hand nut that loosened up. Huh. Okay. Fixed. That one scare ya? Oops. Took you guys for a tumble. Check out the size of that oak. I mean, that is a really big oak. That's impressive. Let me put you some scale in the photo. That is not a small oak tree. Pretty great. Glad I can save it. Don't have to take it down. Probably not that I could alone. That thing's huge. Alright, so what's next? Well, I guess we'll head back up the hill. See it way off in the distance. That's where the Subaru's parked. I can definitely see a nice wide driveway here, just looking at it, so that's great. You can see why, well, when we walk towards it, you'll get a better view, but you can see why I wanted to take down that hemlock, and I still might. I mean, it's kind of right in the middle of the driveway, but you know, that might give me an opportunity for some more turnout room on the left there. So we'll see. So you can see why it makes sense to really take this tree, but it's okay, I guess, if the driveway snakes to the left, because all of this can be used for driveway, even though it's got a low spot right now. So yeah. All right, let's get the truck. Head further up, see if I gotta take anything. I see one right there that I want to take. So let's go do it. Okay, so here we are much further up, and it's time to take these guys on the left, because again, I have another small wetland that they flagged out. So, unfortunately, instead of being able to put the driveway here, where it was cut out of the hill, I need to go again west. So, not a huge deal. It's a little harder than it is further down, because this is quite steep, so it'll just use a lot of fill to make that 12-foot work. But what are you gonna do? It's too bad. So this is the end of the wetland, That's the beginning. We're talking 30 feet. It's unfortunate, but again, we'll just swing around it. So this tree right here is coming out. I'm gonna take that big one, and then those two hemlocks right there. And that should do it. On we go. Well, I kind of figured this would be an issue up here. We have a widowmaker. Great. Luckily it's a small tree, so I'm just gonna go bounce on it like a goober. But if one of these bigger ones does that, we'll have some trouble. Of course. Another one. Ah, I was so close. I almost made the clearing. Probably comes down to a combination of both a bad notch. I'm not happy with the notch. Inexperience. And bad luck. Well, quick recap. I'm sure that there was plenty done wrong. So, constructive comments would be more than appreciated. I know I probably should have gone and got a come along. That was my first thought. But I felt like whatever that move was at the end was going to work for me, and it did. So, appreciate you guys not tearing me apart. Or you could. It's fine. Anyway, that's down. Now, we'll have to do something about that one. And I don't really want to do the same sort of move, so I think the trick for that one is going to be to come along it that way, pull the butt out from underneath it, and it'll fall. So anyway, I'm going to cut that up. These guys, the small one, I don't think I'm going to have an issue, but the big one very well might Widowmaker again, so I think I'll take down those first to try and avoid that. I don't know. On we go. Well, I think until I get my come along, this probably isn't going to be a fruitful effort. So I head back down, get some lunch, and check my saw fluids and stuff. Probably won't get to this again today, but that's all right. I have some other projects I need to do. So, like always, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, be gentle in the comments if you could. But we got it down. That's all that matters at the end of the day, in safe enough fashion. So. Well, guys, on the way back down, a new issue developed. I noticed it was sticking before, but the truck warmed up, and once it warmed up, it stopped sticking. However, it cooled off again, and now this pedal, oh, actually, yep, it just fixed itself. However, I need to get in here, this cover here, and lube that connection, get whatever water is causing it to stick out of there. So I guess we'll do that now. Luckily these have been out by whoever serviced this last, and they're stainless steel, which is nice. So they're not all rusted. I will put some anti-seize back on them when I put them in, though, because that would stink. I mean, look at all the water and gunk on that one. All right, let's see if I can't pop this out of here. Oh, it just slides. Cool. That wasn't hard at all. Huh. And you remember, guys, how I said I wanted to check for mice? Well, you can barely see it, but they've been in there. Little jerk. So let's see if I can get you guys a view of the mice here. Right there. See the seeds? So, no nest, but those little buggers have been in here. Alright, so, I can see my throttle linkage. It is gunky. Not nice looking at all. So I think I'm going to pop this cover off and get to cleaning that. Oh. Not too worried about stripping these, because if I do, I'll just grab a 10 mil. I love when manufacturers do that, when you have both options. It really is a good idea for engineers. Man, that seems longer. It isn't. They are the same length. Huh. So the stickiness is not the throttle itself, that's for certain. I would say it's somewhere in the cable. So I'm gonna have to find out where. But I might as well spray some oil on that anyway. Okay. The cable goes up. And so I know that the issue is not in the pedal box, because when it was stuck, the pedal box was still moving. So the issue has to be underneath somewhere. Okay, let's see what we got. Looks like a fully enclosed cable. But I can definitely feel it binding. I just don't know where. Like I said, it's not the pedal box, so gotta be under here somewhere. All right, so there's the cable. That's the throttle cable. I mean, I guess it could be the pedal box. I don't think it is. How hard is that to take apart? A couple of screws. Geez, I might be able to I just noticed, I might just be able to tighten these and make my leak stop, because that does not look like a correct gap right there. That's a huge gap. Over there, it's nice and tight. So, might just have to throw a 10 mil on that and see if it'll crank down. I mean, it could have been right there. There's some gunk right at the end of the cable. I don't know if that was it though, I really don't. It already feels better, so maybe it was. Anyway, I think for now we're gonna call that good enough. Except I'm gonna grab that 10 mil and just give a little bit of tighten to that rocker cover, because that was new and it like immediately started leaking, which bummed me out, so I haven't looked at it since. But hopefully, maybe I just didn't tighten it right. I mean, I used a inch-pound torque wrench and the correct specs, but yeah, see, it's not loose. So that's a conundrum, why that looks like that. But obviously, you guys, you see I have a leak, and it's a pretty big leak when it's running. All right, like I said, I have other things I need to do today, so I'm gonna get on with that. And like always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Okay. The cable goes up. And so I know that the issue is not in the pedal box, because when it was stuck, the pedal box was still moving. So the issue has to be underneath somewhere. Okay, let's see what we got. Looks like a fully enclosed cable. But I can definitely feel it binding. I just don't know where. Like I said, it's not the pedal box, so gotta be under here somewhere. All right, so there's the cable. That's the throttle cable. I mean, I guess it could be the pedal box. I don't think it is. How hard is that to take apart? A couple of screws. Geez, I might be able to I just noticed, I might just be able to tighten these and make my leak stop, because that does not look like a correct gap right there. That's a huge gap. Over there, it's nice and tight. So, might just have to throw a 10 mil on that and see if it'll crank down. I mean, it could have been right there. There's some gunk right at the end of the cable. I don't know if that was it though, I really don't. It already feels better, so maybe it was. Anyway, I think for now we're gonna call that good enough. Except, I'm gonna grab that 10 mil and just give a little bit of tighten to that rocker cover, because that was new and it like immediately started leaking, which bummed me out, so I haven't looked at it since. But hopefully, maybe I just didn't tighten it right. I mean, I used a inch-pound torque wrench and the correct specs, but yeah, see, it's not loose. So that's a conundrum, why that looks like that. But obviously, you guys, you see I have a leak, and it's a pretty big leak when it's running. All right, like I said, I have other things I need to do today, so I'm gonna get on with that. And like always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.